All right, now we live. All right. What is good, you guys? It's your boy Randy Anderson here again on the Geeks. Wow. My bad, y'all. It's been a long day. The Average Guy podcast on the Average Guy Studios with both of my co-hosts today. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hey. It's the one and only. Low to the Jones. What's happening, world?
Corey Gilmore. What's happening?
All right, you guys. Like usual, we've been talking about sports. We got some hot topics, and I actually got a couple good topics I want to talk about, and then we'll get it off your. We'll see if we can get it off your chest a little bit later. So let's start with the NFL. With my team, our schedule has come out for the year 2018 or 2019 or 2018 regular season, which is the Kansas City Chiefs, and the first practice game that we have is against the LA Rams. So Marcus Peters, we'll be seeing you first. Give us your best shot. And with more NFL news, me and Lauren were just talking about was it Brandon Marshall, right?
Yep.
Okay, because there's so many Brandons I know. Brandon Marshall's got cut from the New York Giants. What's you guys' thoughts on that? Ooh, hold on. Yeah. What's you guys' thoughts on that?
Shit was about time.
He said so.
About time. I mean, shoot, he's old. He's been around for a while. Giants need to start making a bunch of cuts on that squad outside of Odell. They need to go ahead and keep. They need to pay that man his money. You know what I'm saying? That's their future right there. But they need to start looking forward to a quarterback and everything. And yeah, Brandon Marshall. He's way past his prime.
He is. Lauren?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Brandon Marshall should have retired before he even signed a contract with New York. I mean, he's had a great career, all things considered. But it's time for him to hang it up. I think that, either he's going after the money to see, if he can get that little paycheck, or he's just don't know how to walk away. Which is a very good possibility. I didn't think it was a bad pickup per se when they did pick him up, just because his contract really wasn't nothing anyway.
Yeah.
But it's time for him to go. I tell you who would be interesting if he went to the Giants.
Oh, we finna cook. We finna cook. Okay. What you got for me?
Dez Bryant.
Telling you, boy, we on the same wavelength.
You knew you was going there.
Yeah, because I can tell you right now, this type of guy that Dez Bryant is, he's gonna want to stick it to the Cowboys. So I could easily see him telling his agent, any three teams in the East are my first choice, because I want to play Dallas twice and I want to stick it to him.
Okay.
And when you put if they keep Odell, because they do need to give Odell his money. So if they keep Odell, they got Dez Bryant, and then they got Sterling Shepard. That's not a bad wideout combo. And then Eric Ingram as a tight end.
Oh yeah,
It's not a bad combo.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, what you saying?
Yeah. Odell Beckham, Eric Ingram, and Sterling Shepard. That is a dope ass combo. Yeah. Who's the other guy?
Dez Bryant.
You think he still got it?
Here's the thing, so Dez's problem is, as a number one receiver, Dez can't get separation, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
But when you got Odell Beckham and you got Sterling Sharp, you can't key on Dez Bryant. So the fact that he's not a great route runner, now all he really needs to do is use his size to get open. He doesn't have to, run crisp routes, because Odell Beckham is taking a corner. He may take a safety, so when you stretch the field like that, it just gives him more area to be able to operate and use his skill set to his advantage. Dallas really didn't have those type of receivers on their team last year. Jason Witten is 50. You know
That's
what
true.
I'm saying? And I mean Cole Beasley can play, but you know, Dez commanded so much that I mean I really think that Dak is gone, or not Dak, but Dez is gone because he demanded too much ball. Because if you remember when Dak Prescott was on fire, Dez wasn't getting no
Get the ball.
footballs.
Yeah.
It was going to everybody else, and he was spreading the football around. And then all of a sudden, they pumped the brakes because hey, we paying this man $16 million. You got to throw him the ball. So I think that's what got him out of Dallas. And I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan at all.
No fanboy.
Nah. However, if you look at the moves that Dallas has made over the last 5 years, cutting players like Dez Bryant, like Tony Romo's, you know, if you watch their moves, this is not Jerry Jones behind the scene. This is Steven Jones that actually understands the game of football and is making great personnel moves.
Yeah.
You know who had the only team with a better record than Dallas in the last 4 years? Regular season.
Washington.
Huh? Nope, New England.
You say New England?
That's the only team in the NFL the last 4 years that's had a better regular season record than Dallas.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I gotta check that out. Yeah, I check that. Man, Dallas, really?
Yeah, they just can't get over the hump.
Yeah.
In the playoffs. You know, I mean, they had the one that was it's not a catch, is it a catch? Where they would have beat Green Bay, but yeah, they just can't win a playoff game. But their regulars, they kind of like the Chiefs. Great regular season, stink in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely see that. And actually, that play that you were just talking about was actually ruled an actual catch, like last year.
After the fact.
3 years later.
Right. All right. Yeah. And continuing with that, what team do you think he could actually go for, Dez Bryant? I give you the teams. I think he could go for the New Orleans. What other team? I think you said not the Cowboys, but you said the Giants and Aaron Rodgers.
Green Bay. Interesting. So you thinking more like a Donald Driver possession type receiver?
I
can dig it.
All right.
I think that could. Yeah, I think that could work. Yeah, Green Bay. That's a perfect one right there. I like the sound of it. I think Rodgers could get that ball. Rodgers could fit that ball in there. It's just Dez. It's not even so much. He can't get separation. And then if I remember right, he was either 1 or 2. I believe number 1 in actual drops last year.
Yeah, he was.
So we having trouble even holding on to the ball. And that Rodgers. I think of it. That Rodgers. It sounds good. That combination sounds good. But you know, Rodgers throws some tough balls. You know, he'll throw it, get that over the shoulder throw on him, and Brian's gonna have to be ready for that type of pass, and I'm not sure if he can handle it.
All right, so what team do y'all think he could be perfect for?
I mean, he has whatever team he doesn't require to be the number 1 receiver. I think he can be effective. If he's the number 1 receiver on the team, nah, I don't see it working. But if he's, a number 2 option, maybe even a 3 option, maybe he can be more effective. I mean, the knack against Dez Bryant, even in college, was that he wasn't a crisp route runner. He just couldn't. He didn't run good routes. He didn't have good feet. So the older you get, I mean, those type of things end up catching up to you. Plus, he's had the foot injury. So yeah, he's got to be a number 2 receiver.
All right, and with all that out the way, let's start with the playoffs. Game 3s. Well, yeah, game 3s and game 2s because everybody ain't played that third game. So shout out to Philadelphia and all the Philly fans out there. Congratulations on the smack win not too long ago. It was 128 to I think what is it 118? Hold on.
120.
108.
Yeah.
108. So, hey man, what do y'all think Philly could do after? I know y'all. I know Corey said, or is it Corey or Jameer that said that Philly could go take it all the way to the playoffs?
Oh yeah, that was Jameer that said that they was going to the NBA Finals.
Yeah. All right. So, what was you guys' thoughts on that? Ooh, and Dwayne Wade. I want to actually shout out to Dwayne Wade for taking the HGH and showing flashes of the old Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? That boy was amazing. He was looking amazing game too. He blamed it on Kevin Hart, but hey.
Yeah, he's in that LeBron laboratory.
You know they best friends for a reason. Oh yeah, and another thing I want to say, rest in peace to Greg Popovich's wife.
Yes.
That was crazy. I like when you told me about that, I was like, what? Wait. Then I had later looked it up, and Kevin Durant was like, what? Nah, bro, don't be playing with me. And then I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So yeah, rest in peace to Popovich's wife.
Yeah, for sure, man. I it kind of put things into perspective, because I was like, man, Pop is a little extra grumpy right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the little outbursts about Kawhi Leonard and stuff like that. I'm like, man, this is not the normal Greg Popovich. So when I heard that, I was like,
you understand.
He going through some stuff and still trying to coach a team and deal with all that extra BS. And here his wife over here, with whatever she was sick with. I mean, they still calling it an undisclosed illness, but something she had been battling for some time now. So, just a tough dude, man. That's a tough dude to still be, who he is, as an ambassador to the game of basketball from a coaching perspective. And then, still try to be there for his wife. So, yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Well, and on lighter news, oh, snap. Portland and the Pelicans, man. Let's talk about this matchup. Portland and the Pelicans. Go ahead, Corey. I'll let you go first.
Oh, who else called this? I saw it coming. You look on the grid. I picked the Pelicans to go 4-2. Yeah, and it's looking like it could be worse than that. Let's see, they're about 19 right now.
Yeah, 64-50.
Yeah, it's just a complete mismatch. There's nobody that can handle Anthony Davis, and then you got Rondo. It's playoff time. Rondo, Jrue Holiday, and yeah, they just got too much. Portland basically has to rely on jump shots between McCollum and Lillard. If they're not getting to the rim, just too much defense. They got defense as far as guard play and everything. They can't do nothing with them. They can't do nothing. I saw this coming.
All right, Lauren, you up next?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm not even gonna act like I'm not. I'm surprised that it's not that they're winning. It's I mean, they're winning in convincing fashion. Like these games aren't necessarily relatively close.
Yeah.
So that's what surprises me. I mean, Anthony Davis, because he's playing for a small market team, doesn't really get his respect for his game. Because I mean, the dude is. I mean, he's arguably the best big man in the game right now. I definitely put him over Joel Embiid. He's probably the best big man in the league that pound for pound, and so you got him. Playoff Rondo, of course. So if Rondo can stay healthy, I always come for the playoffs. But the surprise is actually it's not the offense of Jrue Holiday, it's his defense, man. He is D'ing up both guards, and so that neutralizes their offense when the Lillard can't get off. You know what I'm saying? They're just a little bit too stagnant of an offense, relying on too many jumpers and things of that nature. So I'm not surprised that New Orleans is winning. I'm just surprised that they're winning in, relatively, comfortable fashion.
Yeah, which is crazy because I thought Dame Dollar or Damian Lillard was going to actually put in up buckets because he did have his kid not too long ago. So yeah, shout out to him and him having a kid. But I mean, could they have the broom? They be pulling out the broom early?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll be a sweep. I think Portland can manufacture one game out of it. But I don't know. Right now, it's not looking too good. But I think Portland can get a game in New Orleans, but they're not going to win. The series is over.
Oh, okay. All right, you said the series is over.
Yeah,
I like that. All right, so let's. You said what?
Over. It's gonna be a sweep.
Okay, let's talk about the Celtics, man. Let's talk about them Celtics. What did you guys think about the Celtics?
Not surprised.
Not surprised?
Not surprised. Brad Stevens is in the top tier of coaching in the league. Yep. Like, so that doesn't surprise me at all. Will they get? How deep will they get? I think it kind of depends on the matchup. But I'm not surprised at all. I mean, Brad Stevens knows how to coach, and he gets his players to give 100% effort out on the basketball court. And I mean, this is actually without Jason Tatum really playing well either.
Yeah.
Like, Jason Tatum is definitely having kind of, the rookie jitters of the playoffs. And they still winning convincingly. Rozier.
Tatum's been delivering on defense, though. I'll give him that, though.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. And will they play in Milwaukee? If I'm Giannis, I'm out. Straight up, I'm out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna let Corey go, and then I got an actual question for you guys. Corey, go ahead.
Yeah, they balling, man. It's they got a all around balanced attack. They got 4 guys averaging about 20 points right now. Jaylen Brown, he's even better. Everybody's been saying I'm sold on Jaylen Brown, but not as a number one option.
Mm-hmm.
But he's really showing that he's proven something to me right now. He's averaging 25 a game so far. Terry Rozier, I've liked him all year. Terry Rozier, he's solid. He's real slept on. They haven't said his name too much this year, but I've noticed him. Al Horford doing what he does, and Marcus Morris. Usually it's Markieff is the more dominant one, but now Marcus Morris is putting on right now. So yeah, man. Tatum, he hasn't really got it going offensively. He's shooting, I think, roughly around about 35% or so. But defense, he's leading the team in steals, and I believe he's up there in rebounds. He might be tied with Al Horford for the team lead in rebounds. So he's doing his part. Yeah, man, they're about to put away Milwaukee, but I think Milwaukee can grab these next 2 at home. I think it's going to be a good series. It could possibly go 7. I say Boston can finish it in 6. I picked Milwaukee on the grid, but I think Boston can finish them off. Milwaukee's just too bad, man.
Okay, yeah, and I've told y'all. I've told this to everybody. That coach, man, he highlights all your strengths. And if we looking at like what happened with Avery Bradley, where's he at now? He went from Detroit to the Clippers and then got injured. And like he wasn't looking too good. We look at Isaiah. Isaiah got exposed. We look at Crowder, exposed. But I mean, that is a bad man. And then Eric Bledsoe. Did you guys see the Eric Bledsoe thing? Eric Bledsoe said, "Who the fuck is that?" He didn't even say his name. I was like, oh, after he put you in a blender, he blended your ass up, had you looking that way, and then pulled on you. Yeah. I was like, wow. What is you guys' thoughts on that?
I love Eric Bledsoe's agent because he getting Eric Bledsoe money. Eric Bledsoe is I mean he's not that good with a bad attitude. Like that, those are just not two good things to have. Like I mean he's serviceable. I'd bring him off the bench as a backup. You know, but I mean he's not a leader. You know, trying to play point guard. It's yeah. I mean his agent is great. He's not. He knew what he was doing when he said that, and of course he was frustrated. You know what I'm saying? You got done Terry Rozier. Oh, man, yeah, he took him to the woodshed, man. You know what I'm saying? And that game too, that was bad, man. So I mean, Eric, if I'm Milwaukee, and this is what's tough because it's a small market, so you basically get the scraps, which is what they got with Eric Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe is the scraps. Nobody wants to come to Milwaukee. It's going to be really hard for them to keep Giannis. But I think the most important piece of their entire team going into next season, because this season is over, is the head coach.
Is Jason Kidd the head coach?
Nah, he got fired.
Really?
Yeah, they fired Jason Kidd. I think right after the All-Star break. I think
that's trash.
Yeah, they let him go, but because they've got some pieces. You know, you got Giannis. Malcolm Brogdon is good. You know what I'm saying? When healthy, Jabari Parker is actually good. He can't play no defense, though, but he's a good offensive player. Chris Middleton,
Chris Middleton's solid.
He's solid. He's solid.
He's a scorer.
But he do too much though. He be doing too much for basketball sometimes.
Is Dante Exum still on that team?
No, Dante Exum is on Utah.
Oh,
yeah. So they've got pieces, and so it really takes a really solid head coach to put those pieces together and make them work. And so the coach that they got right now, which I don't even know his name, but I mean he's just not cut out for the job at all. They need to go find another coach.
Okay. All right. Corey.
So Milwaukee, I'm still trying to examine them, man, because I'm trying to see how much I'm trying to be careful with this. I'm trying to see how much of it is on Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
At times, he's an excellent scorer because of his length. He knows how to get to the rim and make plays, but at times he stagnates the offense. I would say that he stagnates the offense, stops the ball movement. I've noticed this since last year when they were playing Toronto. It was the same problem. He stagnates the offense. So I don't know. I think Antetokounmpo does a little too much at times. Like I said, he's a decent scorer, but he doesn't get the other guys in rhythm. Guys, when you have Bledsoe, I think Bledsoe's a little more than serviceable. He's a good player. He can give you. He was just averaging 20 a game just a couple years ago. Brogdon, Rookie of the Year, Jabari Parker. Like you said, he doesn't play defense, but he's outstanding on offense. He can give you 20 a game. It's just it comes Thon Maker. That turn. I don't know what's going on with him right now. He's out there, but man, I'm starting to think he's kind of slowing the offense down. You know. Yeah,
about Giannis.
Things to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there, and I think what a lot of people forget about Giannis because he's such a unique talent right now. Coming out of nowhere is the fact that isn't this just his third year?
Yeah,
I mean, this is his third year in the league, so he's got a lot of growth potential. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I could say, they crowned him too quick. You I mean, that length was just, you know, I mean, when you can get, you know, from the 3-point line to, you know, to the rim with one step because he's so long. I think that just, you know, gets people super excited. But I mean, you know, outside of 18 feet, he's probably below average outside of 18 feet. So he's still got parts of his game that has to develop. He's still a very, very raw talent. And that's why I said if there's not a coach out there that Milwaukee can get, then I don't see him staying in Milwaukee.
Okay. All right. Now, this is a quick update, guys. I'm pretty sure you guys are watching this, but Trailblazers are losing 60-75. And Golden State Warriors are up by 5, 48-43 against the Spurs. So I don't know.
And that series is over too.
You see that series is over?
It's over. And I mean, they never. I gave them a fighter's chance because, you know, Pop is such a good coach, but they didn't match up well. You know, I mean, too many subs, older players. They just didn't match up well. Without Kawhi, they didn't have a shot to win.
Okay. Corey, you got anything on that one? Nah. All right. Now we're gonna transition over to boxing. Adrian Broner has a fight, I think, tomorrow night. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow night or Saturday, one of the two. So, do you guys think Adrian Broner will win his match after he called out? I forgot what dude's name is, but he's one of the head guys over at Floyd Mayweather's camp. One of the promotion guys. He said that he's like, get that soft shit out of here.
I mean, Broner ain't no slouch. I mean, he talks very well.
Oh yeah,
he talks very well. I mean, he's no slouch. I go back and forth on whether I think Adrian Broner has the right mentality to be a champion. I just don't see it right now. I mean, will he get there? Who knows? But right now, I mean, he talk a little bit too much. He's not necessarily 100% zeroed in when he's in the ring.
Nah. Corey?
Nah, it's days of competing as a champion. That ship is sailed. Yeah, that ship is sailed. These two caught up in shenanigans. Stays getting in trouble. You know, he wanted to be like Floyd, but all he saw was I believe, from what I see, all he saw was the flash in Floyd. He didn't see the actual work ethic that Floyd put in, how Floyd took care of his body, how he stayed in the gym. You know, Adrian Broner's he's trying to floss, make a rap album. He's out punching chicks on the street or getting into it with everybody. He almost got clapped up. What else? He's beefing with the Tekashi 6ix9ine dude. Yep. Like, I'm hearing everything else other than boxing when it comes from Adrian Broner. So he's just, his ship is sailed. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't even know who he's fighting tomorrow, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got knocked out. You know, when he does, who was the last guy that knocked him out? I think it was Sean Porter.
Well, it was
you know, no telling.
Well, AB, I hope you win. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been on suicide watch for I don't know how long. And I don't know how many times Floyd can come to your rescue. And I'll just leave it at that. So let's get to some hot topics. All right, guys. There's actually a couple questions that I've heard off of another podcast and heard off of some other people. But you guys know Michael B. Jordan, the guy from the Black Panther and all that, right? All right, so he still stays with his mom, and some females was like, "Yo, you a bum for staying with your mom," even though he's not with his parents. He's literally in Hollywood making movies and doing other stuff like that. But they said he's a bum for staying with his mom. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about a dude that stays with his mom?
I mean, here's the thing, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, what kid don't still have a room in mama house? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, no harm, no foul. I mean, he's not in a committed relationship. He's probably, I mean, he's doing movie after movie after movie. So, I mean, it probably isn't even cost effective for him to have a place somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why get an apartment when you're always on the road? What type of sense does that make? So no, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, if he was if he had like kids or something like that, I could kind of see it, but he has no commitment to anyone except for himself. So, nah, it's all good.
Okay, Corey.
So what was it cut out?
All right, Michael B. Jordan. Some females said that Michael B. Jordan is a lame dude because he still stays with his mom, even though he's not really with his mom because he's out doing movies and stuff like that. But when he's not like doing all that, he's with his mom's and he's living at his mom's house, mom and dad's house.
Shit, it's not like he's sitting. It's not like he's sitting at home playing a video game, whacking his meat off, watching porn on the internet. Like, he's out grinding, he's out making millions. He was just Killmonger. God damn it. I mean, hell, I wish I had that chance for at least once in my life. Shoot, I never had that opportunity. So I think that's a good thing. He's really able to stack his bread and help his people out. So I think that's a real good thing. He needs to hold on to that as long as he can.
I mean, shit, I would too. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a hell of a luxury.
Yeah, you got to, like you said, you get to stack money. But yeah, my whole thing was when I heard that, I was like, wait, what? So he's a bum for living with his moms, but he's saving money though, and he's not like he literally said, "I'm not really at home. I'm always out." But yet he's a bum. That made no sense to me whatsoever. And I was trying to think, and I was like, because I was like, I left my house when I was what do you guys think is a normal time for a male to leave the house?
I don't think
a normal age, I should say. My bad, not time.
I wouldn't say that there's really a normal age. I mean, every individual is different. So, I mean, it's all circumstantial, I mean, if you, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and you going to school and you staying at home, like, okay. I mean, especially culturally as Black people, we always trying to say, well, when you graduate from high school, you gotta go. Trying to get my house back. And I mean, we setting our kids up for failure by doing that. Let them prepare themselves for the real world. Because I mean, if they ready to go at 18 and they go out there and they do well, you did your job as a parent. You had them prepared. If they're not ready to go, don't push them out. If they go and something doesn't work and they need to come back and kind of collect themselves for a minute, like, that's your job as a parent. Job as a parent never stops, So I mean, I don't want my 40-year-old son, coming back to the crib. But if he said, "Hey, Pop, I'm going through a divorce right now. I'm just trying to collect myself. Hey, man, go ahead and tuck in downstairs." Then, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, whoever puts an age on a kid leaving the house, I mean, I've said it before, but I mean, my daughter know, come on back to the crib if you need to. It ain't no thing. So I mean, that's just silliness, and it's cultural. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you look at a lot of other cultures, they be up in the house for a minute just so they just make sure that they're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? It's not that it's that simple. let me make sure you're ready to go before you jump out there, because it's a cold, cold world. And if you ain't ready, don't throw them out there, man. Throwing them to the wolves.
Yeah, because like I was gonna say, I left my house. I left Kansas City when I was 23, 24 years old. Yeah, about that. I'm 28 now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I got my own, because it's a lot of stuff that still doesn't make sense to me. Like just because of people. Like, I got my own place. I pay my own bills. I do this, I do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm working all the time. But yet I'm still in a category of what people will say, what they say. It's like, you a lame because you a lame because you have no social life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but I'm working. Like, how do you think you're supposed to be able to, you know what I'm saying, push yourself and like get out? Because the reason why I left my mom's left my mom's house is because it's like, yo, what am I doing here? I'm literally doing nothing. I gotta go out in the world, you know what I'm saying? I gotta actually attempt to be great, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do something with my life. I mean, that's what I did, and shit, look at me now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing damn near everything on my own. But Corey, did you have anything?
Yeah. Back to it. Yeah, that's just that silly shit. People doing that posturing, you know. I see people on social media, they getting into arguments and you still stay with your mom and all that shit. And that's just a bunch of silly shit. Like, everybody, every family should have different ways they operate. They got different ways they operate, as long as it leads toward progress and keeping staying on the course of establishing wealth through your family. That's all that fucking matters. I personally, I've had to grind. I had to get out when I was 17. So before I was even 18, because I graduated at 17 and I had to get the hell out. And so I basically figured out everything through trial and error. So, hey man, I wish I had a chance to, you know what I'm saying, just once, you know what I'm saying, stay in the house, get my shit together, man. But every time but I've learned it's made me who I am today. You know what I'm saying? And it comes, it's got his gift and his curses, but you know what I'm saying? I love what it's made me though. You know what I'm saying? I'm at peace with myself. So, you know what I mean? There's so much, I've been through a hell of a lot. So yeah, man, that's what God had planned for me. That was the cause I was dealt. You know what I'm saying? And hey, it worked for the better, man. So you know, different strokes, different folks.
Yeah, true. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, and one thing what you said was, it's the people that say it. For the females out there who be talking all kind of shit, but then get pregnant by the nigga that live in his mama's basement. Oh, y'all thought I forgot about y'all? Yeah. Bow, motherfucker. Yeah, y'all getting shots today. Y'all shit. And then, oh no, I'm not done. I got another shot for them 40-year-old niggas that be talking all kind of shit, that lost your will to do anything, but you want to speak down on a nigga, a young nigga looking to grow and do shit. Oh yeah, I got one for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? That was for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep staying in your mama's basement with 2 kids, motherfucker. Yeah. Hey, who got a podcast? You old rapping ass nigga. You old 45-year-old rapping ass nigga. And that is to a real person. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, because this was like a year ago.
Yeah.
I was I was having a conversation with a couple people, and this dude, like, he jumped in the conversation because, like, I was talking about podcasts and I was talking about helping other people out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get their stuff out there. And he was like, man, y'all might as well not even try it. Y'all not gonna do shit. Y'all not gonna be nothing. And I was like, I mean, honestly, you sound defeated. But I'm gonna let you live. But like, he just kept talking. I was like, all right, you see. You see, bro. But yeah, it was a little personal. You know what I'm saying? I get that off my chest, you know what I'm saying, real quick. I shoot y'all motherfuckers. You feel me? All right. And in a relationship, another thing, in a relationship, is it better to have a honey pot or is it better for both the wife and the husband, or the husband and husband, the wife and wife, to have a joint account or separate accounts? And you guys' opinions.
Situational. It's situational. I think there has to be an agreement. You know, I mean, if one person is like, well, let's get a joint account, and the other person's like, nah, then obviously there's a conversation because there's a lack of trust financially. Mm-hmm. You know, but I think it's all dependent on the couple. You know, I think that, you know, you should have a joint account, but also have something for yourself. You know, not because, you know, something may happen and it may not work, but, you know, just to have that little, you know, that little spending change for yourself. You know what I'm saying? No little small things like that when you can do for yourself, you know, that actually makes a marriage better, you know? And so, no, I mean, it's how, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, you know, I mean, me and my boo thing, you know, we got a joint account, you know, and I mean, I don't spend no money like that. So, you know, as long as I can go get me a little sip, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. You know, I don't really worry about too much. But I mean, if you can't get a joint account, you know, it's a trust issue, you know, and maybe you never get over it, or and things of that nature. And then sometimes, you know, maybe one is a better saver than the other one. So, you know, having somebody that can save money and have money put to the side, you know, again, it's better for the collective group, you know, the collective union, I would say. So, you know, that's between man and woman, man. And, you know, for anybody that really has an opinion one way or another that says this is what you should do,
right?
You ain't ever been in a relationship.
Yeah. Corey?
Different strokes for different folks. Man, yeah, it's situational, man. It's however situation you went, whatever personnel you got. So you might be with one chick, y'all might have separate, and it might work. It might work that way. You know, you just never know. It just basically playing off each other's strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, and just going from there, having that, being able to identify that, and then communication, absolute communication. As long as you got that, it really don't even matter. So y'all could have it under your damn mattress.
that Nike box money. Yeah. Yeah, I believe you should have a joint account, but I also believe both of you should also have a separate account just in case. Because I don't know how everybody else did it, but there's always a rainy day fund, there's the bills, and then there's for what's left over.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean. I believe everybody should have like a little separate, a little stash. You know what I'm saying? A little ace in the hole. You feel me? I believe everybody should have a little ace in the hole before, or you guys got to talk about it first. Like if you're gonna spend the rest of your life with this person, you have to conversate. Conversation is key to keeping a relationship strong, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all be able to. Y'all won't fight as much. I mean, you'll fight, but you won't fight as much about little stuff.
Yeah, I mean, finances is the number one cause of divorce.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you definitely gotta have a conversation on what works for, you know, both parties. Otherwise, it's gonna be a constant uphill battle.
Yep. And with the end of that, let's go ahead and jump to this hip hop, rap, R&B stuff that's going on. J. Cole is gonna release in 2 hours I think it's KOD.
Mm-hmm.
Kids on, I think it was one description was kids on drugs. I forgot what the other two descriptions were. But yeah, what do you guys think about this J. Cole getting ready to drop in 2 hours?
I mean, I'm definitely, dropping a couple hours. I'm definitely anticipating it. I mean, J. Cole consistently puts out good work, you know. So I mean, I have no doubts that this is gonna be another great album. You know, I mean, he's one of those artists that really, you know, takes his time to make good music. He's not out there just putting out track after track after track. You know, he's, you know, finding inspiration from different sources, and you know, so you know, other artists need to, you know, take a page out of that book. You know, because you know, I mean, it goes to show what type of artist you are if you got to keep dropping music.
Yeah.
That just goes to show what type of artist you are. So, I definitely think that, you know, it's gonna be another hot one. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Corey.
So I'm looking forward to it. I want to. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna see where they got it at on the web, man. See if I can catch it. But yeah.
Okay.
You said it's called Kids on Drugs.
It's called KOD, and he's got 3 different meanings. I know Kids on Drugs was the first one. I thought the other one was like
King of something something. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it on Instagram. But
I think one of them was Kids and Demons or something like that. Kids on something like that.
So yeah,
Kids,
something with demons
on drugs. I thought it was one of them.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. And Drake also has a project coming out. It's called Scorpion. Are you guys looking forward to that track or that album? I bet I said track. You said nah.
Nah, I'll listen to it eventually, but I'm not gonna rush to hear it. I mean, I think we've heard the better tracks already. So, I mean, I won't say we heard the better tracks. I'll just simply say that I don't embrace Drake with great anticipation when he drops projects.
Ooh, okay, all right. Corey, what you got?
Yeah, same. I normally the music I catch for Drake is normally is singles. I may try to capture. You know, I hear a couple little album cuts, but I really don't. Yeah, I really don't listen to Drake like that. Like I say, you know, I like his pop is, you know, that like One Dance. Those songs like One Dance, I think he's an absolute man. Songs like that. That's a masterpiece right there. But as far as, you know, his albums and his little rap songs and that right there, all that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great composer of music. I guess if I can use that terminology, I think he's a great composer of music. But when you talk about like, you know, the real artistry, I just don't see it. And I mean, part of that is I think he found his lane, and he was never really willing to you know, try other avenues. I think, you know, once he started making that money and them checks start coming and things of that nature, you know, he just kind of stuck to what was working for him, which, I mean, that's 90% of your artists, you know, out there. Once they find that thing that works for them, they don't really deviate from that. And so it's definitely not a knock, because I mean, I give him credit where credit's due. It's just like there's nothing exciting about it, you know.
Right.
Nothing exciting about Drake. Like, you know, he needs to probably angle left a little bit and give us something different, you know. I mean, you know, he's just a disco artist, man.
All right. And back to the J. Cole album, it was KOD. There's 3 meanings right now. It's Kids on Drugs, King Overdoses, and Kill Our Demons. Those are the 3. Those are 3 meanings.
Yeah.
But we got more music we got to talk about. Kanye West has announced he has 2 albums coming out. His album and an album that I really want to hear. Him and Kid Cudi. Him and Kid Cudi were literally the 1 and 2. 1 and 2 together, man. Like when they was together, they will produce some fire tracks. And Kid Cudi is a great artist. So what is you guys' thoughts on those 2 albums coming out?
Go ahead, Corey.
Kanye, didn't he have another breakdown again?
Yep, yeah, he went with the blonde hair.
Twitter, I'm talking about just recently. Recently, he was on Twitter. He said what I'm finished with everything or something like that, and Kim Kardashian put Me Too. Like, you talking about Me Too? I don't know. I don't know. You don't know what to expect with Kanye. The guy's so random. One minute he'll be ranting, and a lot of times his rants are legitimate, but at times he's just going on. He's just saying just the most craziest shit ever. Yeah, I really don't know what to expect from Kanye. He'll put out another damn 1 minute song again. Fire ass beat. If you know what song I'm talking about, fire ass beat.
You talking about the one on Yeezus? Was it on Yeezus season?
Nah, it was on
Pablo.
It was on the last one. Pablo. 1 minute song talking about if I get bleach on fucking the model, if I get bleach on my t-shirt, some shit like that. Yeah. He's so damn random, man. I don't know.
And I'm thinking about that song all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, though.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Who knows what you're gonna get with Kanye? Maybe he'll come inspired, man. I don't think we'll see the college dropout, anymore. But maybe he can come with something innovative, change the game up. It's kind of, now that you think of it, it's kind of refreshing because we haven't heard from Ye in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I actually fucks with Kanye when he's on point. But we'll just have to see. He's under that Kardashian curse.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. Big facts. All right, Lauren, you up next.
I mean, Kanye the producer is phenomenal. He's from a straight production standpoint. I mean, Kanye is up there with the greats of all time when you're just talking about just straight production. Now, when it comes to the artist side of Kanye, again, you can hear the genius in his concepts and things of that nature, but he's just so all over the place that the minute you think you got him, you lose him. And so, to come out with the college dropout and what that meant to a lot of people, he's, from an artist standpoint, he's never been able to get back to that guy. But when you talk about production, I mean, dude's still cold. I don't care what nobody say. He's still cold. And so, not anticipating Kid Cudi. Yeah, I mean, day and night. I mean, that's he's done more. He's done more. I mean, he's put out some quality work. But
slid my wrist. Hang myself.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, maybe they could take their pain and all their issues and pour it out. You know what I'm saying, in their music. But I mean, Kanye lost me quite some time ago. I still listen to his music, but he lost me quite a while ago.
I ain't gonna lie. Well, he lost me with Yeezus. He lost me at Yeezus, and then I came back. I finally came back with his last album with Pablo, but like the remastered version was a little bit better. But continue speaking on Pablo, or not Pablo, but Kanye. He had tweeted that Pusha T's album is coming in June. Yeah, so Push got an album coming out, and Tiana Taylor has an album coming out. in June. I think the date was June 18th. Don't quote me on the date, but yeah. So I mean, it's looking like he's starting to push his artist now. So we can only think about when Big Sean is going to come out. Now, I was gonna actually propose this question to you guys. Do you believe that Big Sean is in the top 4 rappers of this generation? the way that y'all just came live, that tells me everything I need to know.
Did someone say that?
Yes.
Who?
People. You said no. People give Big Sean. They say he was in the top tiers going against Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna have to hit him like the white lady did on To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm gonna say something and I ain't gonna say no more. He's a creative artist. I will give him that. There's a level of creativity that I can respect. But if anybody in their right mind even put him in the top 10, no, not at all.
Not at all.
There's just not enough substance to his music.
That's true. All
right. Well.
Wait. I've been out here all day. I deserve my pay. I've been on vacation. He says the same thing. I've been working hard all day. I guess if you were to say this generation, that's not really saying much. Who's the top? I can't even give them that. The best of this generation are slept on. Outside of Kendrick, Cole. Do you want to say Drake? Because Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
But
I'll put Drake up there. Drake.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you that. I don't like this bitch, but he better. He ain't fucking with Nicki. Man, I can't even begin to.
Here's Big Sean's. Here's the one thing that I see with Big Sean and a lot of rappers like him is, I feel like a lot of these guys have tried to emulate Eminem a little too much. Like Eminem, was like I kind of put Eminem in a category. And follow me before you disagree with me, but I put him in the category with Andre in this sense. They know how to take words and split them up and do different things with them. Mm-hmm. They're magical when they're able to do things like that. And I think, too many artists have tried to emulate that, and it's not the same.
Hey, you know who needs to start acting like Eminem? Who need to Eminem.
You don't like his beard?
The music, everything.
I'll be honest with you, man. I haven't listened to any Eminem recently, so I really can't say that I know what you're talking about because I haven't listened to him in quite some time.
Shady's falling off.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a game for you guys. Let's play a game, guys. No jigsaw, but we starting off with 2. The top 2, we're gonna go with those legendary. Then go for the next. Let's say 2. No, let's say 3. So legendary, gold, silver, and bronze of this generations.
Okay.
And I would give my legendary status, who I believe could be very legendary without all the streams and everything else. I'm giving that to Kendrick, and I'm definitely giving that to J. Cole.
What are you saying? What's this generation? How far? What's the time gap?
Let's say 2000 and now.
2000.
2000?
Yeah, let's go 2000. No.
2000?
Let's go 05 to now.
05.
05?
Yeah, let's go 05.
Drake is legendary.
You
All
can
right,
only,
you got Drake for
you can
legendary.
only pick two, right?
Only two.
It's Drake. Drake's one. Drake and Little Wayne. and you know that they both Young Money. They both together, but yeah, Little Wayne has inspired this whole generation. I
That's true.
didn't like what Little Wayne. I personally wasn't a fan of Carter 3 and post Carter 3, everything after that. I liked a few of his mixtapes. I liked his new mixtapes of fire. He done got that lyrical fire back, but around that time I wasn't too much of a fan. I liked the Carter 2 and everything before that. But nonetheless, the people love that version of Wayne, and it inspired so much of the rap and the crackhead rap that you hear today. He's had so much of an impact that it have to be him, and then Drake, because Drake has been on top for how long, man?
It's been a minute.
Almost 10 years now, and he hasn't slowed down at all. He's got his own little brand. He just either Drake or Kanye. I don't know. Either Drake or Kanye. I want to say.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about Ye.
Yeah, Kendrick's a good choice, but it's just I don't know if he's been doing it as long, especially when you say from 05 to
till now.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren, you up with your legendary status?
Jay-Z, Lil Wayne.
Jigga. Okay.
Jay-Z, Lil Wayne.
Okay. Now we're gonna talk about the tier under, which will be gold. I'll give you one of mine. I'm going Lil Wayne.
Okay.
I'll go Weezy. Oh man. And another legend who was honestly slept on. He's also from Louisiana. I'm gonna go Master P. Only because. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn.
Here's the thing though, when you talk about, you can't really clump Master P in the category as a rapper to me. You can't clump him as a rapper. He was more. He was you have to talk about Master P when you're talking about music moguls.
Yeah,
music moguls. But I don't think you can put him in this like as an artist. No, Silk the Shocker was better than Master P.
Oh yeah. That's right.
As an artist, yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, I'm gonna continue to think on mine, and I'll let y'all go first. Which one y'all want to go first?
That's a tough one. Wow. Gold. So right before Legend.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough because of the time period. If you said 2010, because 2005, you got to think Eminem,
right?
I want to say Drake, but Drake ain't been out. I guess Drake has been out since 05.
Yeah, he was out in 05.
Wouldn't Drake be legendary?
You know,
you said Jay-Z and Wayne.
I said Jay-Z and Wayne. Yeah, I guess I would put Drake as that second tier. I would put Drake. I would say Drake and M.
Okay. You get Eminem. Okay. All right. Eminem and Drake. Corey?
Off the top of my head, I'd say T.I. Nicki Minaj. Ooh.
That's it. You only get two.
The Game? What about The Game? Is that a stretch? Is that a reach?
He would be in my the next one lower.
Yeah, Game would probably be in silver.
Yeah.
Tip though. Tip for sure though.
And Tip was gonna be in my next tier.
Yeah.
Tip was gonna be in my next tier. I was gonna say Tip and probably I'm not even gonna say her name. I'm just not gonna say her name.
All right.
Because I have to admit it, but I'm not willing to say it. Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj.
50 Cent. I would have to put 50 up there.
05.
Yeah.
When did 50 come out? Yeah, he was popping in 05.
From 05 to now?
Yeah, he was popping in 05.
He was.
Yeah, he had to. Okay, yeah. When the Massacre 05?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Massacre was 05. Yeah, I say if you wanted to go, because I was gonna say if you went from 2000, I'd say 50 Cent, because I don't think, for me personally, I've never seen anything in the rap game like when 50 Cent came out in 03 and how he shifted. He literally shifted the whole the same way Wayne shifted the culture and now Drake has shifted the culture a certain way. I think 50 did that same thing. Do you agree?
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And I can definitely see that. I kind of agree. Uh-oh. All right, let's go.
Hey, hold on. Before you say something, hey, that nigga 50 had niggas out there, wanting to get shot. You know, he had niggas wanting to get shot. Hey, deal with these, baby. Yeah.
So, I really can't say his name. Not because I don't want to, because I think that maybe he wasn't there anymore at that point. So no, won't say his name. Never mind. Too old. I mean, the next tier after that, I mean 50. Have I said Drake yet?
Yeah. I think you put Drake in, I think Gold or Legend.
Drake and Eminem. That is correct. 50 Cent. I don't know. I mean, you can throw one of the newbies in there at that point. You know, you could throw a Kendrick in there. You could throw a J. Cole in there because, like, you have such great eras of rap music. You know, it's really hard to really sectionalize it because you have some really great eras of rap music. And like Corey said, when I look at the Kendrick to J. Cole's, it's not that they're not on that path; they're just still on the path. Like they haven't gotten there yet. But you know, if they keep putting out the quality work that they putting in, I do believe that they'll get there. But I also would say, with that being said, that you know, there's opportunities for the next thing too. You know, yeah, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one because I start going backwards when you start talking about certain artists. Like when you said 50 Cent,
Yeah,
I started going backwards and I said Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Because, you know, they changed the course of rap music and made it to where, you know, like Ja Rule was harmonizing before 50 was.
And then before Drake, shit, Drake is the new Ja Rule, honestly.
You
Don't disrespect Ja like that, man. Don't disrespect Ja like that.
I mean, Ja was a not, it's really no shade though, because when you think about it, like I mean, Drake raps tough too, you know what I'm saying. But what made them who they were was the same. It was the melody. Check out my melody, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's a tough one though, man, because there's a lot of solids out there, you know what I'm saying. But you know, yeah.
50, I don't think Ja inspired 50 because 50 was harmonizing back in 9-8. Talking about 9899. Check out the album Power of the Dollar.
Yeah, no, I remember Power of the Dollar.
One of the greatest rap albums ever made, and it never got released. That is 50's best album by far. And he was harmonizing on that one.
Yeah, but Ja was already on his way when 50 came out. Ja was already out there.
Yeah, Ja was out. Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying, like 50
was harmonizing on the underground scene too. So I think they were kind of running parallel. But Ja did create that lane though.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, in the next tier under that, I would have to give Lupe Fiasco a nod because I respect Lupe.
Lupe makes some great creative music. His features are even better, I think, than his albums. But I just can't put him there. Like he tried to start a movement.
Dumb it down.
Now, see, here's the thing with Lupe, and this is one thing that I have to probably respect him for, is I think that a lot of the reason that he hasn't been consistent with his music is because he's so inner focused on the community at the same time that I think that his time is monopolized by trying to strengthen and build his community. And so it takes away from his time as an artist. Because I mean, he's very, very introspective. He's very, very you know, he talks about what he sees and tries to combat all the issues in the community with the reality. You know, I mean, one of my favorite Lupe Fiasco track is Bitch Bad.
Okay.
Just because he didn't really water that down. Like that's how we talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the hood, you know what I'm saying? Damn, that bitch bad, you know what I'm saying? You know, and so he really tries to break down the structure and the way we think in his music, you know. But I mean, I can't put him up on any status just because he hasn't put out enough music.
Okay. All right. And the last one for that list for me, I know this might sound crazy to y'all.
You better not say Mike Jones.
Who? 704. Nah, I would give it only because like all the people that I picked, they're multi-talented and they also have like a different, they go against the grain. That's kind of why I like go towards them. But I'm gonna give it to Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator might okay, that might be giving him a little bit too much credit, but he has like a hint of Pharrell in him with his what am I trying to say? His
falsetto.
Nah, his beat selection sometimes.
Okay. I honestly don't know enough about him to comment, so
Okay,
I'll
Corey.
I'll take your word for
it. Corey, I know you had something to say. What's up?
Nah, I wouldn't put him on. I wouldn't put him on for real. I don't know. I've heard some of Tyler Creator's stuff. He says a bunch of shock value, bunch of shit for shock value. Nah. I mean, he's got his cult following. If you were to say Tyler the Creator, I'd give it to Little B before I give it to
the bass guy.
Yeah, I'd give it to Lil B before I give it to Tyler Creator, because Lil B has a huge cult following.
You might as well give it to what's that shark teeth having ass white boy.
The one with the suicide song?
Nah, the one that's always got the braids and shit. Riff Raff. You might as well give it to Riff Raff if you're giving it to Bass Guy. And that's no disrespect to Bass Guy, because Bass Guy can rap now.
Now?
I don't listen to Lil B or nothing. Riff Raff does not have the same following as Lil B literally has, like, he's had a crazy following for like over almost a decade now. Like, it's a crazy following, and just making some of the dumbest. He was doing it on purpose.
Oh yeah,
making real dumbed down music. And he said he makes the cooking dance. But he's putting curses on James Harden and Kevin Durant.
That's Lil B.
Yeah, that's Lil B. Yeah, yeah. So they I mean, nah. Yeah, nah. I before Tyler the Creator.
Okay. All right. So who was your final tier be?
My final tier. Chief Keef. Chief Keef, because that Chicago
the drill music,
that Chicago culture has inspired. It really hasn't bubbled completely to the top, but if you look at the underground, look at these cities, down here in Dallas, that's where I'm at right now. They're Chicago. They're highly inspired by Chicago. Brooklyn, if you listen to Brooklyn music, highly inspired by Chicago. Bobby Shmurda and those guys. Rowdy Rebel, and I fucks with them. GS9, them and those Blicky, the cast named the Blickies. I mean, and more guys, like they're inspired by the Chicago. So I'd have to say Chief Keef and shoot, I don't know who else.
That's why I said it gets challenging. Chief Keef. And think about that one.
And an honorable mention for me, I'm gonna give it to my boy Wale. Wale has some slick wordplay. Could I give it to Joe Budden? No, Joe Budden was before 2005. Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Wale.
It's just something about Wale, man. I just can't stand the guy. Every time I a damn apple through the TV or something, man, I've never been able to get into Wale, and he's not a terrible, you know what I'm saying, artist. It's just, yeah, I just never been able to get on his wave, man.
Yeah.
You got any honorable mentions before we bounce out of here?
Nah, this is, man. Yeah, you really start breaking down rap when you bring up a topic like this, man, because there's so many different ways you can go with it. I mean, and it just depends on the type of artistry that you into. I think that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? What type of artist are you into? So many. There's so many, and I'm old, so I mean, I really can't. like the rap, like I'm not even gonna say that the rap that's out right now is garbage because this has all been fueled. The rap that you hear now was fueled by what was going on back in the 90s when, you know, cats was really just trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? So it was really just about putting out whatever. Like that started back in the 90s. And so we've just watered it down so much and made it so simple for people that, you know, you used to have to decode an album, like literally. You had to decode it, and now, I mean, it's tough. But you will always have creative artists in hip hop because of what hip hop stands for. So you know that's why you have your Kendrick Lamar's, you know, your J. Cole's, artists like that, because hip hop always has a message and a voice to the voiceless. But amongst all of that is a bunch of other stuff of people just, you know, being a part of the movement and being able to capitalize off of what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, man. If you got anything to get it off your chest before we bounce out of here.
See, Gilly, what you got, baby?
Yeah, my chest. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead. You ain't got no taco meat?
I can't think taco meat.
Wow. So I want to talk about the Starbucks thing for a minute.
All right, go ahead.
There's been a lot of conversation about, do we boycott, do we not? Is it all just for show? Is you know, is it serious? I mean, I don't drink Starbucks. Costs too much and it doesn't taste that great to me. However, when you talk about the root cause of the issue, you know, I don't know that boycotting Starbucks is necessarily going to do much. I think, in my opinion, right, wrong, or indifferent, I do feel like Starbucks is taking some major steps to try to say, hey, we want to fix this. We want to make sure that our staff is understands, you know, what it is to, you know, treat all people the same and give great service, because that's what they're supposed to stand for.
Right.
And so, you know, it's not minuscule. I don't think anything that's racially driven is ever minuscule. I think that really the best thing that could have happened, which it didn't happen, but it is what it is that the person that called the police should have got fired. I really do, you know. But with that being said, I don't think boycotting is the answer. I think that Starbucks has definitely done what it needs to do to try to rectify the situation for the most part. But I think that, you know, we need to be real careful about what we're fighting when we talk about racism. I think we have to be really careful because, you know, when you still have, you know, people of color getting gunned down in the streets by police, I'm sorry, but a cup of coffee is just not that important to me.
Right.
It's just not that important to me. Now, them dudes was treated wrong. They were embarrassed. They need to get legal. They need to get legal support, legal assistance, because this damn sure better not show up on either of their records that they got arrested. Because what a lot of people don't understand is that when you get fingerprinted, like
that comes up.
That's when it's real. When you get fingerprinted, these young men have been fingerprinted for something petty like this. So they do need to get legal assistance. But when we talk about fighting racial injustice, racial discrimination, and things of that nature, if we make a big deal out of something like Starbucks, but we still can't figure out how to come together about these young men getting gunned down in the streets,
Something wrong.
Yeah. It's still very, very bothersome that we talking about some doggone coffee. Talking about some doggone coffee. I mean, shit. Go to fucking McDonald's then.
But McDonald's coffee is not good, man.
I don't drink. Hey, y'all know, and I ain't afraid to say it. Man, I'm 5'3". I don't need no damn coffee. I don't need my growth stunning no more.
Yeah, like you were saying, it goes on your record. At my job, we just implemented a new security policy. So everybody in the building had to get their fingerprints scanned again, and we had to have another background check. And if in the last in the last 6 months, if you had any tickets or anything in that matter, you were getting fired. So let's just say a few people that just got there and that was there before, they got fired.
Wow.
Right then and there.
Wow.
So I was like, woo. And what's crazy is that during New Year's, I was in Chicago with a couple of my friends, and a fight almost happened. But me being who I am, I'm not trying. You know what I'm saying, unless we ain't got nowhere else to go. You know what I'm saying, and we was on the west side of Chicago, so where all the rich folks was. A fight, somebody, I don't know what happened. I heard was somebody elbowed or somebody swung on somebody or somebody spit on somebody. And then next thing I know, I see one of my people start to swing. And like, I just happened to be there. I had to cuff him up and pull him out. And we got kicked out. But they was ready to call the cops on us. You know what I'm saying? And he was mad for a second. But honestly, the only thing that was on my mind was like, we go to jail. I gotta ask your cousin to bail us out. I get my fingerprint scanned, and I ain't got no job. So I mean, that's what happened. So like, you just gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta think ahead. But like that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we got to get this Average Guy podcast cracking on, so you ain't got to depend on if you get a little trouble.
Right. I need some people in high places.
Because how judgmental is that? I mean, for you to be like, you had a little altercation for 30 minutes, so now, you know what I'm saying, you can't work here no more. Really?
Right, yeah.
Really? I mean, you got attorneys and accountants and auditors in jail for white collar crimes. You know what I'm saying? And you see, really?
Yeah. And the thing I gotta get off my chest today is the Meek Mill thing, man. So the judge kept him in jail. She got her own attorney to fight off Meek Mill's attorneys. So I'm like, I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen a judge get somebody to fight off another group of people about allegations that if they weren't true, I'm not saying that they are, I'm not saying that they aren't. If they were true, you wouldn't hear about another person coming in and talking about cease and desist on anything that you say because you're slandering my name. I'm just saying, like, that to me is just weird. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, that to me is just super weird.
Yeah.
That Meek Mill situation, it's got an angle to it there.
Uh-oh. And I think he's gone.
Yeah, that ankle right there. Right?
But yeah, I got one more thing before we bounce out of here. And unfortunately, Corey, I don't know if we'll hit him up later, but you guys, what do you think about do you think Colin Kaepernick will be better off not playing in the NFL for his legacy than playing in the NFL?
I think if Colin Kaepernick wants to play football again, he needs to walk away from the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Go to the AFL or something like that.
CFL, NFL Europe. It's sad. It really, really is. But he'll never play another snap in the NFL. It's over. It's over. When RG3 got picked up, hey, how you doing? We got that angle. Yeah, we got that angle, Corey. Yeah. It was like this.
Goddamn. Man, this goddamn phone, man. I gotta figure out I gotta hit up Sprint, man, because I gotta figure out a way, man, to get this shit, man. By the time it hits about 1:30, man, it's the battery's drained all the way down, and then when I put the charger in, the whole thing overheats. So yeah, I'm trying to get the phone situation right. But now what I was about to say, I wasn't about to say nothing about it. I was just gonna say it's got an angle to it. I don't even I think we'll say that. We might say that for another day. It's a little too. Yeah, I don't want to ruffle no feathers right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Just know fire to be coming soon.
Yeah, it's
Corey.
some poison.
Corey. So the question that was asked, why you had to hop off for a second, is if Colin Kaepernick wants to play football, does he need to walk away from the NFL?
If he wants to play football?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He needs to go ahead and fight his case, fight his case, and see where that goes. But it's Colin Kaepernick's, man. He's done what he needs to do. He's exposed these organizations for what they are, and yeah, it just looks bad on them. Even if they were to sign him, it wouldn't repair the damage that's already been done.
Yeah,
it wouldn't repair the damage.
He's not playing.
They've exposed themselves completely. He had an interview with the Seahawks, and they rescinded that once he decided that he wasn't going to answer the question on whether he'd stand or not. So yeah, the NFL has exposed itself, and yeah, there you go. That's a perfect example right there. Shout out. I hope Colin Kaepernick finds something else. I think he seems like he's got it's not hurting him too much. He seems like he's got his head on right. Seems like he's out here grinding, but yeah, it just remains to be.
I agree. It does remain to be seen. You see how we do that, man? We got that telekinesis where I just pick up where he left off. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. And another thing, Adidas. I guess I'm just gonna say allegedly. Adidas allegedly said if he was to get picked up by a team to Colin Kaepernick, that they would pay him 10 mil.
Of course they would, but they're not gonna have to do that.
You said what?
I said, of course, I would say it too right now. I said, Colin, I will give you $1 million if you make an NFL roster. I'm saying it right now. I don't have $1 million. That's how confident I am in my statement.
Yeah, man, because I was like, I understand I definitely seen where they was going. It was like, oh yeah, we're progressive and everything else. But they knew what was going to happen. They knew what he wasn't going to get it. Because Colin could have got literally paid little to nothing, and he would have still got that 10.
So, I like it though. I like it. Put on a good face. Yeah.
All right. And on that note, thank you guys for tuning in to the Average Guy podcast on the Average Guy Studios. I want to say thank you, everybody. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, tell a friend about the Average Guy Studios on YouTube, the Average Guy podcast on Facebook. You got anything to plug?
Wakanda forever.
And also the Average Guy podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and anywhere you get your podcast. Man, we trying to grow. Without y'all, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, it might happen, but it's gonna be a little slow, like little trickles. You know what I'm saying? But with y'all can speed it up. Let y'all know I love y'all and appreciate y'all. Peace. Thanks, man. Thanks to my co-host. And we out. Peace. Oh. There we go.